High yields on stable coins, yeah, that's where my bag at. All I really need is Wi-Fi, get money on DeFi, mega cash on MetaMask. You better run when the runners run, show you how to get your money up. Dollar inflated like bubble gum, markets are jumping like double dutch. Buying up gold till I get a ton, crypto, yeah, I got some. You better run when the runners run, you better run when the runners run.
All right, welcome in everyone. It's Tuesday, January 23rd, 2024. You are running with the runners, the dip we've been waiting for. Ricardo Hamilton, aka M.I.M.S, making it make sense, man. I'm pumped up and excited to see red in this market and to scoop up some sweet deals. What's going on with you, brother?
Yeah, man, I'm excited too, brother. I know that we've been waiting for something like this to come. We've been talking about it. This is the time to, be ready to load up your bags, because after this dip, we definitely about to take off.
Yeah, and so really tonight, guys, we just want to really give you guys like some security, some validation of you're in the right place at the right time. As always, with everything, it's about mindset, okay? And some people messaged me this week and were like, oh my gosh, this coin I bought went down, 10, 15, 20%. And I'm like, yeah, isn't that awesome? They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, we can buy more of it. It's on sale. It just blows my mind, Ricardo, how when it comes to investing, people don't want to see sales. If you love and believe and, have confidence in these tokens you're buying, which you should.
Yep.
If there's a car, if there's a house, if there's some new shoes that you want, you get excited when they go on sale, not upset that the price of them went down. M.I.M.S, am I off here, or can you make that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, it's the mindset. It really comes down to mindset. You don't have to be the most savviest person, the most intelligent person. You just have to pick up a few key principles in the process on your journey to building wealth and securing your financial future and creating a legacy for you and your family. It's not a hard thing to do. It's about being consistent. And obviously, if the prices of the assets that you are holding to accumulate go down in value, then yes, that means you can accumulate more. So you actually should get excited about it. But what most people are looking for is that quick. And the other thing is like, we don't really want assets to skyrocket right now, because I want to accumulate more assets, right? And most people don't have enough. So that's why I always talk, when I talk to people, it doesn't matter how you look, it doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your color, your background, your ethnicity, none of that matters, but what matters is your mindset and the actions that you take. And so, as assets go down, you want to accumulate more of them. And so as prices go down, that's the time to buy, buy when there's blood in the streets, and right now, these are good times to buy, and good times to create wealth. Yep.
And I'm going to show you guys how, I've been saying this for the last 2 or 3 months when everyone was going crazy about the ETF. I said, expect a dip before the halving in April. And today I have some charts that I'm going to show you guys of kind of what to expect. But before we get into that, let's look at the market really quick, Ricardo. Gold at 2026, market cap 13 trillion. Again, guys, the number one asset in the world is gold. It's not even close. Apple at 195, Google at 148. Silver's fallen down 2. Silver's on sale, guys. $22.51 is the spot price. Only 1.26 trillion in the silver market. And then we have Bitcoin at 39,000, number 11.
Unbelievable. It won't, I'm just telling you folks, in our lifetime, there's no way that silver, such a vital asset to the global economy, to this technological revolution, everything that we're moving towards, healthcare, medicine, it's in everything. Over 10,000 uses, and it's in that $22 an ounce. The reason the price is low, but we're excited, remember, because the reason the price is low is that they're manipulating the paper price. The physical asset is worth way more. Okay. But, this is the time to accumulate. When you see the prices down like this is the time to accumulate. We talk about multiple streams of income. You should have multiple assets as well. We don't just save in silver, but you definitely want to have silver in your physical possession and in your portfolio. Yeah.
Definitely. So you guys see here, this is the weekly banter bubbles, only just a few tokens in the green. If we look today, of course, the tokens that I want to get are up. I'm looking to get into the SUI Aptos blockchain. I want to make a video on how to, maneuver in the DeFi of those tokens. Of course, those happen to be up, and I was like, "Oh, there's a dip. I'm gonna buy some." And sure enough, they're positive today. But I'll probably stick it a little bit.
Yeah, I would say just wait because right now the trend in the market is down. It doesn't matter what project you're in per se or what token you like. Bitcoin moves the market, and right now the market is in bearish territory. So you will have some projects that maybe don't follow the market exactly, but essentially we're in a downward trend. We're in a bearish trend in the market right now until we're not. But right now it's definitely bearish. So we could see the dip keep dipping, and we could see an opportunity to get cryptos at a better price. And it's perfect timing in me because we talk about cash flow, man. And this is the time to increase your cash flow and get more assets.
So I saw this today from one of my favorite YouTubers. So this is the same moment we are in now in the last cycle for the halving. So this is the beginning of 2020. The Bitcoin halving was in May of 2020. All right. So basically we are here in this next cycle 4 years later. So now we did have the COVID, whatever happened with that. And, Bitcoin went down to 6,000 and, stocks, crashed, everything crashed. Okay. But as you can see, even before then, as we were coming up to the halving, we were going down. So we probably won't get that big of a drop unless, there's another sort of black swan event in the next few months here. But you can see here, we kind of came down. Looks like that's about March. Okay. March. And then we started to kind of go up as the halving came close. So as the halving's about a month earlier, right? So, you probably see, I would probably say January, February, we're going to kind of be going up and down. This is what it looks like today. Okay. So this is where we are at now. We are right here. I think this is the total market cap. So you can see here, we have a little less than 3 months to the Bitcoin halving sometime in April. So expect to kind of see that same thing of the market kind of coming down. And then as we get closer to the halving, it will start coming up. These are the levels. Shout out to my boy Snipes. I saw him post this today. So I know these are a little hard to see, but this darker area right here is support at about 37.5. So I could see us, doing this for a little bit and then maybe dipping. The next support is around 32. I'm not seeing really anyone expecting lower than a 32, low 30s. But you never know what's going to happen, guys. The point is you kind of want to have a general idea, but you just want to be strategic when you buy, find the tokens that you like. Buy when, there's some dips, do it incrementally. Don't do huge shifts, right? Of like, I'm going to just dump 10 grand into the market at a certain time, split it up into tenths or fourths or whatever you want to do. M.I.M.S, anything you want to add of just how to look at the history, right? And understand we don't know exactly what's going to happen, but stay calm and have a plan.
Well, the beautiful thing about charts and know how to read the chart is that if you're getting into an altcoin, you first have to look at the chart of that particular altcoin to see its, a trend, right? Is it in bullish or bearish? Is it where's the support? Where's the resistance, right? To get an idea of its movement. But then you have to take it to the macro, and then you want to look at the market, okay, and see where the market is moving, because the market can influence that coin. Even if it was in an uptrend, the market goes down, that uptrend is now going to be reversed into a bearish trend. So when you're looking at a lot of cryptos that you want to buy, make sure that you do not only look in the micro of the chart of that particular project, but also zoom out in the macro. And so, perfect example, like what we're seeing now, Bitcoin is going to dip further. You know, the way it's looking on this chart, and from what the data is showing us, we could see a further dip. Now, will we get to the low, like Mike said, in the low 30s? Maybe not. But at this point in time, it looks like Bitcoin and the market and overall in general is going lower. So I wouldn't be necessarily buying right now based on what I'm seeing in the chart till some of these resistance levels or support levels get hit. But keep an eye out for what you want to buy. Keep an eye out what's going on in the general market. But know that we are going into a super cycle. Okay. XRP is not a security. Clarity on XRP. Okay. Bitcoin halvening coming up. Bitcoin ETF. Okay. We got stuff that might happen this year. ETFs for Ethereum, ETFs for Solana. There's a lot of things, and Mike put it out about even injective and DeFi and different things that you see there. So there's a lot of different opportunities, different segments of the blockchain, which we're talking about now, of industries and business internationally and whatnot. So definitely stay aware. And at worst case scenario, just try to dollar cost average in. Like Mike said, don't just put a whole lot into one thing right now and try to hope that you caught the bottom if you don't really know. Just kind of do reoccurring consistent buys of a set amount, and that way you've kind of hedged yourself for the volatility and fluctuations in the market.
It's what Bruce Lee always said, guys: flow like water. Okay, just keep it nice and even, stay calm, have a plan, execute it, and just get educated. I do want to give you guys an update on the Pulsera drop that we did with Corium last week. Congratulations to everyone who got their Corium on the main chain. You guys can go to their Twitter and read this, but I wanted to cover it really quick. The Sarah airdrop ratio for Corium has been released. The snapshot was on January 19th. So basically, we showed you guys how to get some Corium on their main chain. And here's the distribution. And guys, just think about how early we are here, okay? Total amount of wallets with 10,000 Corium was 2,600, okay? Let's see, the amount of wallets with less than 10,000 was 6,000. So we're talking about like 8,000 people who got into this airdrop. And now, if you did not get in the first round, because there's 3 more rounds, you can't get in. Okay. So I'm looking to accumulate more Corium to, now that I have I think I did it in 4 wallets. Now I can add more to those wallets to get more. And I think the airdrop was actually really good. Let me show you guys what it is. Let's calculate the Sarah amount for a wallet with 5,000 Corium. 5,000 Corium got 2,086 Sarah. All right. So it was almost the ratio was about 41%. And that's with people under 10,000. So that means if you had 1 Corium, you're going to get about 0.4 Sarah. If you had the 10,000, where was it? Oh, 0.49. So if you had over 10,000 Corium in a wallet, you're getting about 5,000 Sarah. So I had 10,000 Corium in one wallet. I'm getting about 5,000 Sarah. Those will be released next week. The Sarah airdrop will be distributed on January 24th, actually tomorrow. You can see the amount that you receive by going to explorer.corium.com and paste your address in the search bar. The other way will be when the Pulsera DEX platform will be launched on January 26th. So things are happening fast here. So those of you who got in that airdrop, I'm going to be staking my Pulsera and more Corium on the DAX. Because again, remember, you want to keep 10% of what you had in the original snapshot to be eligible for the future airdrops. And again, guys, there's so many airdrops going on. Make sure you're plugging into the runners, checking out our YouTubes, because that's really what I'm focusing on right now is the airdrop season to get as much free money as possible. M.I.M.S, any questions or anything you want to make clear or we want to clear up about that?
Yeah, now if you don't know what Mike's talking about, then you ain't running with the runners long enough. Okay, you need to get inside the Telegram groups. You need to get inside of the runners app. You need to stay plugged in because there's a lot of opportunities and things that we don't always just put out online and do videos on or live streams on. Sometimes we just put them in a private community. So just make sure you stay plugged in. There's always opportunities. There's going to be more opportunities. So much wealth is going to be created in 2024. That's why I have the hat. I said 2024 reset. You know what I mean? I'm in position. You know what I'm saying? I already know my life has changed forever. I know I'm creating generational wealth. Already, I'm in position moving out of the public into the private, making sure I can secure my assets and things of this nature and accumulate more assets. We don't stop. It doesn't stop. As people say, what are you doing now? Getting more gold, getting more silver, especially silver, right? Getting more crypto, getting into more DeFi, getting more free out of the system, right? Living in the private, right? Making more connections, and that continues. So make sure you guys stay plugged in because we always have something that we're working on to bring more value to the community and add more to what we're doing for ourselves and our families. So
No, well,
airdrop season.
well said, well said. And just so you guys know, okay, if you're here, you're good. Okay, BlackRock scoops up another 11,500 Bitcoin during dip as the ETF leads the pack. So that one purchase by one company represents 13 days worth of Bitcoin production being absorbed by just one player. If you don't know, BlackRock is the biggest, most wealthiest investment firm in the entire world. Basically, they run the government. When BlackRock says jump, Joe Biden says how high. The SEC says how high. The Federal Reserve says how high. There is no one with more power or control or influence or leverage in this entire world than BlackRock. Okay. So if they're buying 11,500 Bitcoin, I think we're in the right place. And we just need to really focus on maximizing how we can win in this market.
Yeah. I mean, well, folks, most people can't afford a whole Bitcoin right now anyway. Everybody's just getting sats, Satoshis. But understand something, they're not doing this by accident. This is a trend. You're going to see more money flow into this space, and you just want to make sure that you're in position and you know what's going on and you stay plugged in, because more institutions, are going to, with the ETFs, and they want to have access to be able to grow their money. You know what I'm saying? With inflation and everything else, and we might see a correction here in the market. There are certain assets that are going to do very well. With all the dysfunction going on globally, there's certain assets that are going to do very well. And Bitcoin is one of them. And so we definitely, into Bitcoin and altcoins and precious metals.
Other big news today, Ricardo, to keep people up to date on the debt ecosystem. Black gold, what were nodes and are now NFTs, are mining. So if you have a black gold perpetual or black gold micros, okay, there's videos on my channel and we put them in the Telegram groups and the Facebook group of how to stake your NFTs, all right, and then to start get paid daily. So I covered that today. Very simple to do, but there's videos and resources out there. Right now, black gold is the only one that you can stake. The other ones will be happening soon. And along with that, in this video, if you've been doing Rabby or using Rabby instead of M.I.M.S, they have started their airdrop campaign where you'll see now Rabby points. Oh, you guys can't see that, can you? Hold on. Got to share the whole screen. All right, yeah, you can see that now. Okay, so right here you see Rabby points. So basically, the more that you use Rabby, you perform certain tasks, then you will gain and accumulate points. If you've been using Rabby, you probably already have some. And then those points will be used to distribute their airdrop down the road whenever it happens. So again, another reason why you should be using Rabby instead of MetaMask when it comes to decentralized finance. M.I.M.S, anything you want to add when it comes to debt or, just utilizing the tools we've been teaching you guys for almost a year now?
Yeah, man, I'm just really excited about, what we're doing, because, there's a lot of people who talk and it sounds good and they talk about this space and what they're doing, but there's not too many people that's really deep that know about the other tools and resources. Moving around on the blockchain, most people heard of MetaMask, don't know about Rabby, and here you are bringing it to people before the people realize it and getting benefits early on. In regards to DebtBox, it's going to be phenomenal 2024 for debt. These projects were designed for 2-3 years to really see the value. But understand something, this is not like a get rich quick with debt. This is something where these nodes are going to pay us for life. The royalty checks come in. There's a lot of great news coming out. But the developers and everything, they're working. And so BGLD, like Mike said, is being able to stake the micros. I did that. The other ones will be coming. So once this transition is done, good news, of course, with the lawsuit, still with the SEC. I'm pretty sure debt is pretty close to getting 100% of the assets in the company back. So that's almost done with. So, I'm excited. At some point you just know you're doing the right things and you don't really have to stress too much. I know we're in the right, assets with gold and silver, and we got some phenomenal opportunities in that. I know we are dealing with some phenomenal blockchains and companies dealing with debt, obviously. And I know that we're in the right space dealing with crypto and DeFi. And folks, we're always looking for stuff, man. We find stuff early on and we bring it to people and we win big. And I anticipate, 7 figures this year. So I hope you're dreaming big.
Definitely. Shout out to Big Nick. That is our first commenter ever on Kick. So Big Nick, this is live. If you've got any questions, let us know. But you are the first person to ever comment on Kick. So congrats. Saint Sid. I don't know which debit card recurring buys you're talking about through debit cards. I do recurring buys with Swan Bitcoin and crypto.com. I'm unaware of what else he would be talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what I think. What I will say is, once they go live, you will be able to do that. Yeah, usually once they go live, you'll be able to do that. Yeah.
M.I.M.S, I think you had a gold and silver video, just to kind of really put the whole concept of money into perspective before we call it a night.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's why I paused that. So, yeah. So, I always am on TikTok, right? And I'm telling you guys, if you're not on TikTok, get on TikTok, because this and make sure you're just following the right information. The algorithm is phenomenal. I'm up to date on a lot of things that you just don't hear about in the news. But we know a lot of us love Lynette Zhang. Okay. And so I just want to pull up a little short clip, of her talking about gold and inflation and things of this nature, and just kind of add value.
And before you play that, Ricardo, I just want to make sure everyone's clear here is
physical gold.
We love cryptocurrency. We've been waiting for this bull market for 3 years now, but your base, your foundation needs to be in precious metals, point blank, period. Okay. Cryptocurrency is new. It's volatile. It's risky. Okay. Yes, you can make a lot of money. You can lose a lot of money. Okay. The one thing that has lasted the worst times in human history are physical silver and gold. I don't know how, if you have a decent amount of money in crypto, how you sleep at night not having the security the physical gold and silver give you. So reach out to us if you want to start getting lots and lots of gold and silver at the best prices.
Yeah. And let me say, I just realized who that was. Yo, shout out to Sid, and shout out to the whole Block Nation family, Block Nation crew, D Elder, Ash, Mav. Man, we put out some great value on TikTok, folks. But yeah, let me play this video here and let's talk about it.
Gold in your possession is the only financial asset that does not run counterparty risk, therefore does not risk the loss of that collateral. Money is an extremely efficient control system if you have everybody bought into the same system, because all they have to do is push a button and create devaluation. And they can even do that by decree pretty easily. So keep that in mind. Money is an extremely efficient control system. If you are dependent upon the money that you earn from the system, by design, you are earning less and less over time through inflation. Remember, they knew two key pieces when they set the system up. Number one was that people marry the legal money of the state. And they cannot help but think that at some point it must regain some of its former glory, which it never does, because by design, being debt-based and the interest you have to pay on that debt and the ability of central banks to print us into oblivion. See, there's lots and lots of data on this. It is the same old story over and over again, which also means that there are repeatable patterns that if you can learn how to see them, you can make different choices and not be subject to this great taking.
Yeah, so I like to play that because, you know, when I hear Lynette, well, you can take it off screen, Mike. That's the end of it. But when I hear Lynette, you know, talk about that, when a lot of times, like I said, it comes down to mindset, and it comes down to remembering, because you're going to come into cash, you're going to come into, you're going to have some money, and you have to remember that, for one thing, that cash is going to continue to lose value. Okay, and then you have to understand that that cash is tied to a system that's based on debt and credit. And as they continue to create more debt, all right, as they continue to print more money, right, that creates less value for the currency that you're relying on. And so that's why you want to eliminate third-party counter risk. You had holding on to cash, right, is third-party counter risk, because the Federal Reserve and this government are going to continue to print, devaluing the currency that you are relying on. You know, you're married to this dollar, and, you know, the dollar's divorcing you, don't even realize, and it's about to take everything, right? And so you want to make sure that you have some gold and you know, especially physical silver, because those are zero risk assets. Those are tier one assets. They have zero third-party counter risk, right? They're always acceptable value. So, you know, like Mike was saying, we have, you know, the blockchain and, you know, technology and things of this nature. And this is new and it's exciting, but it's not time tested. And also, you know, we have the real potential prospects of maybe something happening to the internet, or, you know, the electricity or the power grid, or, you know, something cyber hitting, you know, the infrastructure. But you want to have something of real money that will always have value no matter where you are in the world. And that's physical gold and silver. And so that's why, you know, for years, we've been telling people, you know, the best information that you can get in regards to what you should do with your paper money. You know, it's only so many things you can do with it. You know, it's only so many things you can do it. And the best things that you can do in 2024, especially right now, is getting physical silver, physical gold, and getting into blockchain technology. That's it.
Yeah. And Big Nick from Kick, we have a free app. I don't know how if Kick shows the links below when the video's there. You can go to richdaddy.org, get our free app, get in the Runners Telegram group, our Facebook group. We have it all laid out for you guys of how to get started getting precious metals, how to get started into cryptocurrency. We have a crypto 100 and a crypto 101. And then we're giving out information and helping people all the time in the Facebook and the Telegram group. That's all I really had tonight, Ricardo. Is there anything else you wanted to add? Or if anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat and we'll answer them before we sign off.
So look, folks, we've been taking a little break from live streams since our last 90-day run, and it was necessary and it was needed. I like to go along with the flow and the vibe. And right now, January 10th is the new year. That's the real new year, right, Mike? You said it's
February 10th.
February 10th.
That's the beginning the year of the dragon.
The year of the dragon. Okay. February 10th. All right. So that's huge. I want you to start to, you know, move in celestial cycles. All right. And pick up on the frequency and energy of those times. And so I'm saying that to say I anticipate a lot of growth. I anticipate a lot of excitement. I anticipate some phenomenal opportunities that are going to come about for us to be able to accumulate more metals, for us to be able to create more cash flow. I'm anticipating, more growth in the assets that we already have accumulated and invested in the year before, okay, in 2023 and before. And I'm anticipating putting out more work, more content, bringing more value to the community, growing. And I hope that you are going to tap into that and pick up on that frequency and do more of whatever it is that you need to do to make sure that your 2024 is life-changing. Okay, life-changing. So go ahead, Mike. I see you got something pulled up for us.
Well, I didn't want to go into it. I think that's a whole live right there, right? What is?
That might be it.
I just want to give them a little preview. I love Bruce Lee, right? The Year of the Dragon, guys. Move like water. This is basically the time. It's winners' time. Okay, it's the time for the winners to step up. It's time for the people who are going to be the next leaders, right? Who are going to take us from this toxic, negative, crazy culture and society that we've been entrapped in for the last 3 or 4 years, and to just dream bigger and really to take all of humanity to that next level of living in abundance and throw off these chains of slavery and scarcity that our overlords have put on us all these years.
Yeah, man, this is the great awakening. And so, one thing I get excited about, as we're moving into the private and moving ourselves out of the public, is understanding that we're giving, our life, our control back to God and not back to the state or the government. I mean, because that's really what's happened. People have given their life to the government. And, we want to help people, get their lives back on track with God in the sense of moving under his dominion, living in the private, dealing with real money, God's money, gold and silver, in a decentralized manner. It gets deep, it gets exciting. But this is the great awakening, the apocalypse, a great availing. So, there is, of course, negative events and, bad things that are happening out there. But I want you to tune your frequency, change the channel, for your life to the type of, wealth and prosperity and growth and joy that you want to see. And I want you to manifest and attract and take action so those things can happen, because that's what we're doing.
Amen.
That's what the runners are doing.
Amen.
Yeah.
Facebook user, how to stay.
Yeah, check out YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube.
Check out YouTube's. We're doing some updates with the app. We got to get some more stuff in there. But definitely be in the app, because we do push alerts out there, and we put some stuff in there. We got to do some updates in there. But a lot of the videos that is being put out now, you can find on our YouTube channels.
And I almost always post them in the Runners Facebook group as well, and the free and paid telegrams. All right. Yeah. Sweet, Nick. Thanks for checking us out. I don't go on Kick that much. I just have it routed there. We're on Facebook and YouTube a lot. So come and check us out. Looking forward to welcome to the Runners.
Yeah. Welcome, Nick.
All right. I think that's it, my man. We good?
That's it. Yep. We'll play it by ear, folks. We got some great news coming out and some phenomenal things happening. So stay plugged in. With that being said, everybody have a great night. Be safe, be blessed, and we'll see you guys on the next Runners Live show.
All right. Lace up. Let's get wealthy, guys. Peace.